So one of my strengths has always been creativity. And many, many years ago, I enjoyed woodwork, and I still enjoy woodwork. And I started making some planter boxes for my wife at the time. And these planter boxes, I just designed myself and built them. And then after I made one or two, I thought, hang on, maybe the nurseries would like to buy these if I make them for them. So I went down and saw 2 nurseries and came back with an order for 10. So I thought, okay, that works. Then I set about making them and automating the process of doing them. I had to take 6 days away from work just to make the orders for the following weekend, because I had lots of nurseries wanting these planter boxes, which were really unique. Then as I got the money, I started buying equipment, like just to make the job a bit easier. But one of the things that I always wanted to do was wood turning. And so I bought myself a lathe. At the time it was just a lathe, that's all. But what I found was when I got the lathe, that I needed to be able to learn the skills to do this proficiently, because I could see that it was going to be a really enjoyable thing to do. So I found this guy in Melbourne, Len Smith, the craftsman wood turner, and went along and did his 2-day course and learnt the skills to be able to manage to create the turning that I wanted to create. And the lesson I had there was that you can try and try and try as hard as you like, but sometimes you just need an expert to show you the skills to do the work efficiently and get enjoyment out of it rather than frustration. So from there I started turning up things. I bought a more expensive lathe and then went to markets around Victoria, travelled around selling the wood turning at markets and having great success. Yeah, it was just very, very rewarding. The thing I found rewarding about was taking one old scrappy bit of timber, put it on a lathe, not knowing exactly how it may turn out, but then creating and crafting a masterpiece that you could sit back and just see it unfold under the chisel you were using, the shavings flying off. And the shape and the creative nature of the shape just evolved out of this nowhere, really. And that I found really, really satisfying. So years of doing that, then I gave it up for probably some 40 odd years. I didn't do it. And then a few years ago I took it up again and bought all this equipment again, set myself up, and this time I was taking on bigger challenges and doing more challenging creative work. But the rewards were so good. Going to markets and getting feedback on my turning and just seeing people enjoy, and it was more about that than selling the bowls and what I was making. But it was a really, 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 really rewarding sort of hobby that I could make some money out of if I wanted to, but it was more about the pleasure of just simply using the creativity within myself that I knew I had, and then capitalising on that. So wood turning is something that I'm very proud of. I still have a lot of bowls now that I have in the cupboard. I have them on display in my house, and every time I look at them, it's a personal relationship I have with that bit of timber, because I know all the little woodworms that came out, I know all the knots, I know all the little holes, and I crafted that to what I could see and then produce what nature's been producing for years and make it a beautiful piece of art from something that would normally be burnt in a fire. I said to people, oh, I turn, you burn. You don't burn though. So yeah, it was a great experience, and I guess in a way I still miss that, but I've replaced that with other things now, and that was a journey I had, but very, very enjoyable journey. Thank you.